What's going on, everybody? Kennybombx is in the building, and we finally got the official roster for WWE 2K25, which means our DLC packs could be revealed any day now. Now, I've already done a video talking about who could be in these DLC packs, but a lot of these wrestlers actually made it onto the base roster. So who did we pay for? Today, we take a look at the possibilities one last time. But first, I gotta let y'all know that I will be giving away 4 copies of WWE 2K25. All you gotta do is drop a like on this video and smash that subscribe button if you have not already. Because on March 6th, I will be doing a live stream. And during that live stream, we will be picking our 4 winners. Now let's get into it.
Run, boy, they coming on.
All right, so these are the final reveals, which means this might be the last time we do one of these videos this season. So let's jump right into it. And as we always do, let's start off with a bang. One wrestler I can almost tell you 100% who will be added in a DLC pack is the boy Goldberg. Now, in the last video, I said, this is who we don't care about, and it turns out that some of y'all actually do like Goldberg, and I'll give it to you, it's fine. I'm just not a Goldberg fan. But Goldberg is making his way back into WWE, as he announced he will be doing his retirement match against what we thought would be Gunther. But Gunther is going to be facing Jey Uso at WrestleMania, so I'm not too sure who Goldberg is going to be going against, but he did say he's looking to get his retirement match done here this year. So unless something changes, we will see Goldberg in WWE 2K25. Let's go ahead and move on to our next, and this is going to be the Legends list. Just Legends from anywhere. The next one we got is Sid Vicious. How was Sid Vicious not announced for the main roster? I have no idea. RIP to this man. Hopefully he gets his flowers this year because the man is a legend. I would like to see him lead his own DLC pack, but not quite sure if that's going to happen. But yes, Sid Vicious, Sid Justice, whatever you want to call him, the man is a legend. So hopefully we actually get him in WWE 2K25. Now the next one we got here. This is a man who just recently returned to WWE and got cooked because he received a thank you card from WWE, and he got happy about it and posted it on Twitter. Big shouts out to Mark Henry, definitely a legend in the business. Now, as y'all can see, he has the baldy right here. That's the WWE 2K24 curse. Don't even worry about it. But I want to see Sexual Chocolate Mark Henry in the game. Sure, we can get the Hall of Pain. I guess that was kind of like the height of his career because he actually won the World Championship, but Sexual Chocolate is always going to be my Mark Henry. I wonder where's his son. Y'all remember the hand? We got to get him in the game as well. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one in our Legends category. That is Rocky Johnson. Now, I couldn't remember his name in the roster reveal video. My mind does that sometimes, but it's very strange that this is a game where we are honoring the bloodline, and as of right now, Rocky Johnson has not been confirmed. Now, it's important to note that IGN did say with their video they weren't going to do any spoilers for wrestlers that could be unlocked in Showcase. Now, this is a guy who is very important to the bloodline, because if you think about people like Roman Reigns, you think about like Rikishi, you think about the Usos, these guys always, they're special. Everybody in the bloodline, they are special. But The Rock was just on another level. And that's because he had that Samoan blood, and he had the blood of Rocky Johnson, who I think kind of added like some extra personality and gave him that pop. The Rock is the most successful member of the bloodline, so why is his father not honored? Sure, they got his granddad in there, but what about his daddy? Rocky Johnson deserves the love, so hopefully we see Rocky Johnson in WWE 2K25. If not in the DLC pack, make him unlockable in the Showcase. I don't think this man has ever been in a WWE game. I would like to have a father versus son match, so let's get it done. If it's not done, 2K fix it. Let's get it done. Now, the last one is going to be a wrestler who's not likely to make the cut, but I want to see him in. So the last one on each row is going to be like a selfish Kennybombx pick. And for the Legends category, for me, you know what? I'm picking Raven. Why not Raven? Legendary WCW wrestler did his thing in ECW, came to WWE for a cup of tea. No matter where it was, I think the man always stood out. Quote the Raven, nevermore. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next list. Now this next one is going to be for our female superstars. I think for the first time in a long time, we have an opportunity to actually do a female Divas pack. And yes, Divas, because these women are mostly from the Divas era. Let's go ahead and check out the first one we got. We have Kelly Kelly. Now before we got the official roster reveal, there was something going around saying Kelly Kelly was recently added to WWE Supercard, so a lot of people thought that means she would make it to the base roster in WWE 2K25. It didn't happen. It didn't happen at all. But it's not too late. She could definitely be added as DLC, and I really hope that's the case because I'm sick of downloading these Kelly Kelly models who always have the baldy. The 2K24 curse has to go away. Let's go ahead and move on to our next woman. Ooh, we got Jacqueline. Now, Jacqueline, you know what? She kind of held it down for the black woman during the Attitude Era because, if I'm not mistaken, there really wasn't another one. We had Jazz, but, you know, Jazz was different. Jazz was different. When it came down to the bra and panties matches or bikini contests, you wouldn't really see Jazz out there doing those things. But Jacqueline, she did. And she held it down. And she actually became the women's champion as well. Big shouts out to Vince McMahon because while there weren't any black men's champions, Jacqueline, she was a black women's champion. So I think she needs to get her flowers and finally get her back into these 2K games. Apparently she has signed some type of contract with WWE, so this is possible. We may just see her make it in. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, who is Victoria. I'm surprised Victoria did not make it on the base roster because she's another one who we heard recently put ink to paper. But she hasn't been in a WWE game in a long time, so maybe they held her back to make a DLC pack more attractive. I guess that's a double entendre, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully Victoria gets in because, again, when it comes to female wrestlers, I think she may have the best finisher of all time. Well, I guess before Ember Moon or even Sol Ruka. Hey, we'll see. Next one we got here is a woman who just recently made it back to WWE, and that is Nikki Bella. Now, does her sister Brie Bella make it in if Nikki makes it in? It's very interesting. It's an interesting conversation because I don't think so. Bryan Danielson seems to be locked in with AEW, and WWE doesn't like AEW too much. So, I don't know. Maybe they give it to Nikki and they don't give it to Brie. We'll see, but I think Nikki will probably make it back in the DLC pack. She should. You know, big shouts out to Nikki Bella. I think she's the better sister anyway, so hopefully we see Nikki in. Now, the last one that probably won't make it in, but it's the Kennybombx pick. We got AJ Lee. Now, everybody wanted to see AJ Lee make it into WWE 2K25 on the base roster. When they did the roster reveal on IGN, I saw a lot of comments popping up there. AJ Lee, AJ Lee. I'm like, bro, we are out of the A's. AJ Lee is not popping up here. When the Royal Rumble came around, a lot of people wanted to see AJ Lee make her return. So she has struck a chord with the people and is probably a minor. No, I'm just kidding. But intergender matches are back, so for the people who like CM Punk for whatever reason, hopefully we get AJ Lee so y'all could do a CM Punk and AJ Lee versus whoever else match. But let's go ahead and move on to our next list. And this one, we got a few NXT stars here. And we're going to start off with a bang, and that is Stephanie Vucker. I don't know how to say the woman's name, but she's a bad one. I'll just say that. But Stephanie has definitely proven herself to be a valuable asset to whatever women's division she's a part of because every time she goes out there, she kills it. I'm hoping her English doesn't hold her back because we've seen that happen to Andrade. If not, then I think this woman's potential is unlimited, and we will see her go to the moon. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the next one we have here. And this one I'm not super familiar with, but I keep seeing her name go around everywhere. Julia from NXT. Apparently, she's down there doing her thing. I've just never seen her do it. Is it worth it though? Should I seek out a Julia match or two? Y'all let me know in the comment section. But this next wrestler I am very familiar with. Will he make it as DLC? This one is going to be the roughest. I don't know though, because he was supposed to debut at Raw on Netflix, but They have the Raw on Netflix logo in the game. They got the new SmackDown logo in the game. They even got the referees from Raw on Netflix in the game. So is it possible we see Penta El Cero Miedo? If it happens, I think he may be in the last DLC pack, much like we saw last year with Jade Cargill. But who did they put in the first DLC pack? Because that one, I mean, they kicked it off with a bang last year. You got to kick it off with a bang this year as well. I think it'll probably be that first name we revealed up there, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Now, this is another wrestler that I have no idea who she is, but I keep seeing y'all throw her name in the comment section as well. So her name is Zarya, and just because I don't know who she is doesn't mean she's not down there killing it. I just don't really watch NXT anymore. Ever since they went to NXT 2.0, it was cancel Christmas for me. But under my roster reveal reaction video, this is a name I saw just as much as some of the other names like Stephanie. So people want her in? I say 2K. Hopefully you nailed it, because this is one people apparently want to see. Now the last one we have on this list here is probably the least possible, but there's still a little glimmer of hope, because when this man was released from AEW, he showed up on WWE TV like 2 days later. That man is Ricky Starks. Now, I will say don't count on this one, but if WWE knew his contract was going to be up in 2025 and they had plans to bring him in, they could have sat down at that table and said, you know what, guys? Draw up a model for Ricky Starks, because we're going to get him before the year is over. So I don't know. It's possible, y'all. I mean, there was something going on there. The man was in AEW on Saturday and showed up on NXT on Tuesday. There's something going on. I don't know what it is. I don't know. You know, I'm sure things are being done by the books, but let's just say there's a small possibility Ricky Starks might, just might, make it into WWE. If Penta makes it in, something might be going on. I don't know. Let's go ahead and move on to the last row. And this one, speaking of AEW, I think we're going to get a collaboration pack this year. I think we will definitely see a TNA pack for WWE 2K25. And there's a way they can get around it, because let's see what we got. The first one we have here is Jordynne Grace. Now, she is a WWE superstar at this point, but she was in the Royal Rumble last year. I think WWE knew they had that relationship with her because they were bringing her into NXT, and she was doing her thing. So I think WWE knew, listen, we want Jordynne Grace, and we know we're going to get her. Draw her up. We're going to get her in a DLC pack. Not confirmed for the base roster, but we can still get her as DLC. Now listen, this is labeled a TNA pack, but remember, she is currently a WWE superstar, so this isn't anything crazy. But this next one would be kind of crazy. We know WWE believes in Joe Hendry. After his match in NXT where he got thrown out of the ring immediately, he went backstage and had a segment with Shawn Michaels. Whether it was quick, it doesn't matter. They put him in a spot with Shawn Michaels, and the man kind of had the biggest pop at the Royal Rumble. I mean, let's just get to that. So I think there's a big chance we see Joe Hendry added to WWE 2K25 in a DLC pack, and it would be a big spot for him, because he would be like the first wrestler from another company to make it into a WWE game while they're still in another company. Jordynne Grace just missed that window, so this could be big for Mr. Joe Hendry. Now, the next one here is going to be some more trickery. Now, we know WWE has a partnership with TNA, right? But what if they can't pull so many TNA wrestlers to put into the game? You know what you do? You mask them with WWE wrestlers who were in TNA. The Motor City Machine Guns could be added to this TNA pack. Now, yes, they are WWE superstars at this point, but you could still make this pack kind of feel like it's a TNA pack by putting guys that you have every right to put in this pack. So, hey, it's a nice magic trick they can pull off. So we'll see if they do it. I think the Motor City Machine Guns are 100% going to be added as DLC, whether they're in a pack like this or not. But I mean, this would be a good space to put them. Now, the last one we have on this list, and this is the one I want to see added more than anybody else we have on this board, because Dolph Ziggler should be in every WWE game. We look at guys like Randy Orton, Carlito, we look at guys like Kofi Kingston. These are guys who should always just be in WWE. Now, Carlito left for a while, but he's back. Dolph Ziggler is one of those guys as well. He should have had a long WWE Championship run, but you know what? They stole this man of his legacy. In my opinion, Dolph Ziggler had the potential to be one of the greatest of all time, but unfortunately, the machine just did not see it in him. Gave him a goofy name like Dolph Ziggler, and he went out there and made it where that name was not a joke. So Dolph Ziggler's in TNA right now. Again, WWE has a partnership with TNA, so if there's any wrestler that they need to pull from TNA to add into WWE 2K25, it's Dolph Ziggler, because he should still be in WWE, and he should be in every WWE game. So 2K, let's get to that. Now, y'all might be thinking, wait a minute, Kennybombx, you only have 4 DLC packs there. We usually get 5. Well, I think we'll definitely get 5 this time as well, but I think that 5th pack is going to be some type of influencer pack where we get our celebrity guest, maybe Snoop Dogg, maybe Travis Scott, hopefully not Jelly Roll. We'll probably get Kai Cenat, probably get IShowSpeed, probably get Jake Paul, and then Aiden Ross. No, probably not Aiden Ross. Neon. No, probably not Neon. But I mean, who's number 5? Y'all let me know who the 5th influencer in this pack would be. But thank y'all for tuning into this video. Don't forget to drop a like on it and smash that subscribe button if you have not already. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.